Hey collective, welcome back to Prophetic Butterfly 111, where your girl brings you the tea because growth looks good on you. We're going to go ahead and tap in and see what's going on in collective's energy. Thank you to my subscribers. You are the heart of my channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Just believe I read the comments and I love you guys. You can only book a session using the link listed in the description box below. So don't get scammed. I do not reach out. I do not have a WhatsApp or link tree. All right, so this is a general collective reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this and see what's popping. All right, Spirit guys, what we need to know? What do we need to know for the collective? What's going on in the energy? What's going on in the energy right now? All right, we got the Ten of Wands. All right, we got the Ace of Swords. What else, Spirit? What's going on? All right, we got the Queen of Wands. I ain't even get it out good. And we got the Ace of Wands in reverse. The overall energy is passion in reverse. Okay, so let's talk about it. What is this? What is this? All right, Spirit guides. We got the Ten of Wands here, the Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. So what I'm looking at here, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Wands is literally somebody stressed the hell out, all right? Somebody possibly tried to sacrifice you. They're burdened. They're over it. With the Ace of Swords here, I feel like you have clarity here, all right? This Ace of Swords literally is you being enlightened about a situation. You know the truth. The Queen of Wands is somebody that's very charismatic, okay? You're very organized, very business savvy. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, somebody definitely didn't want you to succeed. Somebody didn't want you to win, all right? I feel like somebody wanted you to fail. And with passion in reverse, I feel like you didn't allow somebody to stop your passions. You didn't allow somebody to stop you from getting this beginning, getting this new venture, or whatever this is that you were working towards. You have clarity that somebody wanted to bring you burdens and didn't want you to win, all right? And you didn't allow this person to stop you. So let's see what we're talking about here. Spirit guys, what we need to know when it comes to this Ten of Wands. All right, we got the Five of Swords in reverse and the King of Cups. So it's the end of a conflict here when it comes to this King of Cups that was in your energy. All right, this King of Cups broke your heart. This is somebody, damn, Ace of Swords is right here too. All right, so this King of Cups broke your heart. All right, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this person's getting bad news. The Ace of Swords is here. You got clarity on that. All right, you got clarity on the fact that this person literally was rebellious, and that's why they're getting bad news now. All right, they did this to you. What is this sticking out? This betrayal. And now they want to come back with this King of Pentacles. They done betrayed you. Now they want to come back. And this is a problem because you don't feel the same. All right, with passion in reverse here, that's the overall energy. Let's see what this is. What else, Spirit? What else we need to know? All right, let's see what we want to use next. Let's get one more row of tarot on this. Spirit guys, what else we need to know when it comes to the Six of Swords and this Ten of Wands? What else do we need to know when it comes to the Six of Swords in reverse and this, Five of Swords in reverse, I'm sorry, and this Ten of Wands? What else we need to know? All right, we got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles and the Moon in reverse. So you know the secrets about this deception when it came to somebody basically trying to block your Nine of Pentacles, okay? Trying to stop you from getting to it, all right? The Four of Swords is here. You healed from the situation. With the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse, you had somebody that was very lazy in your energy here. With this Nine of Swords in reverse, this person literally is trying to have hope that they can come in after you've healed. They want to try to attach back to you. All right, so you know the traps that are being set here for you when it comes to this player here. is they don't want to do any work. They just want to come in and leech up off of you, okay? Because you're showing up as the Empress, all right? You're showing up as the Empress, and this person just wants to come in and leech up off of you, all right? So that's what's going on here. What else? What else does collective need to know? I didn't even get them out. This person can't bring you destruction, Empress, okay? You're going to be just fine, all right? This person is very childish. Well, we know that because we saw the lazy card, all right? Lazy and childish. What else? All right? This person's not going to be able to stop your happiness, all right? And you're very spiritual. So whatever you got going on, you're still maintaining your gifts. I feel like you're going to notice. You're going to see very clearly. What's this sticking out? Yeah, you're unbothered, all right? You're not even concerned about this person trying to come back around to you, all right? You see through the veil. So you're not worried, not even a little bit, about this person. You're moving forward, okay? As you should. What else, Spirit? What else does collective need to know? All right, you are not going to be their new boo. All right, new love in reverse is not going to be you. All right, what we got here, they got caught. They didn't expect to get caught. Infidelity, uncontrollable, playing the victim. They're not going to be able to get out of this, okay? You see through the veil. All right, this person got, you know, you're not going to be this person's new boo. You're not a busted baby. They're hoping that sparks will fly. All right, they lost a chosen one. So you don't even play them games. You don't even roll like that. Enlightening others against the grain, one of a kind. All right, you're not a busted baby. They got you mixed up. Okay, so I feel like you see through the veil here. They didn't want to get caught having infidelity with a new boo. All right, they can't get out of whatever this is. Whoever they got, I feel like they got with somebody. Their new boo is a busted baby. They can't get away from them. They're not a chosen one, but you are. All right, and that's why they still got sparks for you. All right. Gut feeling, soul connection. They feel it in their soul, but they can't get you back. You're not going to be the new boo. They didn't expect to get caught. They can't play the victim. You don't want a busted baby. And they lost you, a chosen one. What's on the top? I'm just... Yeah, they ready to risk it all to try to come back to you, though. They know you the chosen one, the real one. But whoever they got caught up with, they stuck there. All right? You're unbothered. It says, don't at me. They didn't expect for you not to care. They thought that you were going to want to try to fix things with this, all right? For some reason, I feel like they thought you was going to want to come back, or they had another chance here, all right? It says divine pest control. You've already removed the negative energy away from you. It says removal of pest energy, invasive, harmful, and dirty, all right? So you've already cleared your energy of this negative person, all right? It says God, group accusation, persecution, blame, project, shame. This person does not want to be called out, okay? It says fist in their mouth, should have never said that, they punched themselves, Taurus, okay? So whoever this is, they're going through it with what they chose. They know that you the real divine, you are the real Empress. Whatever they chose over you, excuse me, is definitely not it. They got clarity here with the Ace of Swords. That whatever they chose over you, bless me, is not it. All right, what else? All right, Knight of Pentacles. Now this person wants to come towards you and give you a solid offer here. Five of Cups is here. Again, this person is feeling kind of conflicted because of whatever they did here with the Five of Cups, this betrayal. All right, whatever this is they chose over you, this person is feeling lonely. They in regret here. All right, Page of Pentacles in reverse. We just saw that. They're getting bad news. All right, they lost a star. You were the most shining thing and the most precious thing in their life, actually. I feel like you brought this person peace. You brought them wish. They got their wishes granted when they were with you. All right, you're healing. You're inspirational. And now they're just stuck off of this arrogance that they were in. They feel abandoned. They know they made an error in their ways, and they want to try to come back around and fix things with you after they done tarnished the whole situation here. Spirit guys, what else we need to know? All right, this Emperor wants to come back around and fix things with you. All right, Two of Cups is here. They feel like you're their soulmate. Once again, we just saw that. Five of Pentacles is here. So this person is in regret. They feeling conflicted. They feel alone. They miss you. The whole shebang. All right. They see that you're focused on your goals here, your accomplishments. You're not backing down. All right. You're dedicated on what you're working on. I feel like this person is dedicated on trying to get back to you as well. Ace of Swords is here. That's the truth. Okay. They want to come back in with you. Ten of Cups is in reverse. You're not friends with this person. But with the Three of Pentacles here, I feel like this person is definitely collaborating with somebody on how they can get back around to you. All right. With that Ace of Swords, they got clarity and truth. They're enlightened. They know that you are what they want. All right. For a fact. Spirit guides, what else? All right. You can no longer be manipulated. They know you're a healer. They know you're a starseed and you don't have mental and emotional issues. All right. So you standing 10 toes down. They know you're not crazy and somebody's evil eyeing you because of that. They feel a certain kind of way. They hating on the fact that you got all this abundance coming in and you got they man or whoever man watching you. All right. They like, damn, don't you have enough? All right. Jealous ass. What else? Somebody all up in your sauce. Okay. You don't want this zaddy. Divine masculine in reverse, assertive, yin yang. Okay. This is a divine masculine that you do not want. This is in reverse. I feel like this is not your divine masculine, okay? Yo-yo is here in reverse. Ain't no backtracking here. You don't want to revisit this, and you're not giving this person another chance. Joke's on them, not on you. They don't see this coming. Backfire, silly decision. That clap back, they don't want to hear this unwanted critiques, quick responses, and ruthless. I feel like you're going to be in that Queen of Swords energy when they come back around to you, all right? Single in reverse, many options. This person's got attachments and you don't want anything to do with them. So you know that this person is still not single. They still got shit with them. All right. Or you know that they're not going to be loyal. They don't stay loyal to anything is what I just heard. What we got here? Not ready for this. Unpreparedness, meeting reality, and powerless. So you about to hurt somebody's feelings or ego, one or the other. All right. Baneful magic is in reverse. They don't want you to know that, you know, they were intentionally trying to harm you with hexes, energetic sabotage. All right. Yeah, always watching, constantly watching for gaps to creep in. And they feel like a fool with crash dummy sitting here. Sacrifice all for nothing. Took the fall, loyal to pain. What is this sticking out? All right. Emergency stop. They should have hit the brakes when they had an opportunity. And what is this? They can't catfish you anymore. You see this clearly for what it is. What we got here with the Queen of Wands, Spirit? Oops, I didn't mean to grab that deck. I didn't mean to grab that one either. Hold on. Grabbing way too many. Spirit guys, what we need to know when it comes to this Queen of Wands. All right, Two of Pentacles. This person they were juggling you with somebody else, all right? They were juggling you with somebody else. If you take this person back, they're going to continue to juggle you with somebody else. I feel like that's why you're already shutting this off. That's why you're not backtracking with this person. All right. You're going to stay focused in your Nine of Pentacles energy. This person is still trying to collaborate on how to come back. With the Nine of Swords here, I feel like this person knows that they didn't take action towards you, and that's why you don't want anything to do with them. When they had this opportunity to have you in their life, they played around, all right? Now they feel helpless and they're in fear. They know that it's probably not going to work. That's why this Three of Pentacles is here. They're trying to figure out how they can get you back. They're still in this devil energy with devil in reverse. They are still stuck in this illusion, but they're going to rush back in here and try to get you back. All right, death in reverse. They're losing a lot. Lack of opportunities. The world is in reverse. They repeated a karmic cycle, and I feel like they're trying to pull you right back in. All right, what's on the top? Oh, the world in reverse. I just had that. Yeah. So they're trying to pull you back into a situation. Spirit guys, what does collective need to know? Oh, I just had those. Hold on. What does collective need to know, Spirit? All right, Three of Swords. This person is heartbroken. All right, they're heartbroken about this third-party situation. They're sad. They're heartbroken about this betrayal because that's what's got you with your guards up here. All right, Seven of Wands, as I say that. This betrayal is what has you with your guards up. This is why you're not giving this person any attention. Five of Cups is here again. This person knows that they betrayed you, and they know that this is why you're not even looking that way. This person is very materialistic. Six of Cups is here, but they still want to try to get us another shot. But this person is still in this lustful energy. All right? You already healed from this. Ten of Pentacles is the reverse. It's a conflict, and you've done a lot of soul searching here. So has this person. They know what they need to do to fix the situation and come back to you, but they're not willing to put that work in. And this is why you're not willing to give them another opportunity. All right. What else, Spirit? I feel like that is actually final here. Yeah, this person has not released this entity attachment. That's why you don't want anything to do with this person. You will not be put in bondage. All right. They cannot get you attached. That's why you have your boundaries up with that Seven of Wands. You know this person's not right. All right. You're continuing to focus and stay stable and grounded. Keep your foundation intact and keep your faith. All right. You're not allowing this person to come back in and mess you up. All right. This person is not protected. Their love spell is not working, and you're definitely using your intuition. This person refused to change, and they have not awakened. All right. They lost a sweetheart. They cannot get your chakras out of alignment. You're staying on task here, as you should. All right. You won this court case because you stayed on task. All right. So spiritually, you won this, and Spirit is backing you. All right. Spirit is definitely keeping you protected and watching your back in this situation. All right. This person is coming in for sexual favors. All right. They want to know, these ulterior motives is for sexual favors. I feel like that's that entity attachment trying to find a way in. All right. And you're not going for it. Be right back. Long distance, all this time apart. They think that they can come back in and use sex as a advantage. I feel like this person's trying to communicate with you through telepathic experiences here. This person is very codependent on your energy. All right. Spirit is saying stay grounded. All right. And this is a final decision. You've won this court case. This person's going to have to move along. Okay. They don't want this to be the end of the discussion, but they can't stop it. This is it. Okay. They're just trying to come in and do a vibe check and see if they can finagle their way back in. And they're going to be, pleasantly surprised that you ain't on that. You're not on that. All right. That ego. Spirit guys, what else? What else does collective need to know? All right. Tiny violin. It says time to switch from villain to victim mode. So they're going to cry the baby. They're going to be the little crying baby now. It says do what I said. Told what to do. Do what you agreed to do to please them. This person doesn't want to follow whoever was guiding them anymore. That Three of Pentacles that we saw. It says unknown illness here. All right. Misdiagnosed, mystery, and worried. Somebody's got something going on that they don't want to address. Or I feel like they don't want you to know that they're sick. Okay. Mind games is in reverse. This person can no longer manipulate you here. It says fist in their mouth. All right. They talk too much when it came to you. And it says crying bully. Pity bullies playing victim, crying after starting it all. Spirit said they can't. All right. They created this mess, so they're going to have to sit in it. It's what it is. All right. We got the Ace of Wands in reverse. This person thought that they was going to come in once again and disrupt your plans and keep you postponed and stuck. This is what they do over and over. They always leave, play the field, come back, this push and pull relationship, and you're putting this to an end. All right. This is over. They can't come back and play. Queen of Swords in reverse. This is somebody that's jealous of you. Knight of Wands is here. This is somebody that's very lustful. They want you. All right. And you call judgment on this situation. You're over it. All right. You say, Spirit, help me out. All right. So you forgave this person. You gave to God. You moved on towards your new beginning. And that's where you leaving this. Okay. Now this Emperor is taking a fall. Everything is coming apart for this person because this is what they wanted for you. So that energy is going right back. Okay. That energy is going right back, and they're not liking it too much. All right, Spirit guys, what else? What else? Ace of Cups. You on your way to your success. All right. Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles. This person was definitely trying to control your victory here. All right. They was definitely trying to maintain what you got going on. You moving with pure intentions and self-love with this Ace of Cups, and this person wants to go ahead and try to control what you got going on because they knew that you were moving towards success. Eight of Wands here. Nine of Cups, yeah. You getting your wishes granted. You're focused on the prize here with this Eight of Wands here. All right, there's quick communication, positive news about your victories coming in. All right, you're getting your wishes granted. This person's trying to come in and sabotage it. Nine of Wands in reverse, okay? This is somebody that is in fear of your progression. They are so worried about what you got going on. They just got to come in and try to stop it. Seven of Swords is in reverse here. They being fake. And you want to know this. This is somebody very materialistic. They just coming in because you got some money coming through. Four of Swords. You've already healed from this person. And I don't feel like you're willing to go back and take another round. Spirit guides, what else? All right, this person has not released their obsession for you. All right, they do not have protection. You've won this court case when it comes to this situation. Their love spell is not working. You've used your intuition when it comes to this person. You're not unblocking them. All right, this is somebody that has not changed. They're just coming in to keep playing the same shenanigans that they've been doing before. What we have here, oof, pain, disappointment, betrayal. They are not going to be able to betray you again. All right, and you are not going to be a third party. You're not repeating this karmic cycle. All right, so this person's going to have to go ahead and leave it. All right, this person is head over heels with you. They're infatuated, but this is a done deal, okay? This is a horse that's been ridden to the ground, okay? They can't come back from this. What else does collective need to know, Spirit? What we got here? Yep, emergency stop. They should have hit the brakes. Abrupt halt, urgent break, critical cessation. They should have stopped when they had the chance, okay? Always watching is there. Can I get one more, Spirit? All right, they can no longer steal from you. All right, period. Your energy, your time, your love, your patience, any of that. Beautiful monster, the mask has fallen off, covert demon, hidden enemy, dark motives, evil disguise. So you know clearly who this person is and how they rolling. With passions here in reverse, I feel like you don't have any passion for this person anymore. I feel like you've outgrown this person. All right, just off their actions alone, it's turned you off, and this is justice, okay? This is justice. They did way too much. Ace of Cups in reverse here. I feel like this person did all of this to try to be a part of your success, and now they're stuck, okay? They can't come in, all right? You're showing up as this Queen of Pentacles, very resourceful, very grounded, all right? You're about to have this luxurious life. They're in their feelings because they know they didn't take action towards you, all right? You've healed after they abuse their power with you. And with the Hierophant here, I feel like Spirit is guiding you, all right? Spirit is definitely managing this situation when it comes to you, all right? And this person, I got the Lovers here in reverse. This person gave you unrequited love. So Spirit is definitely guiding you in a new direction so you don't have to deal with this again, all right? You've done more than enough when it comes to being giving this person benefit of the doubt and trying in this relationship. With the Magician card here, that can be either you or them. What we got here? The Chariot. You called your power back and you overcame these obstacles. All right? You called your power back. You overcame these obstacles, and that's justice that you get to move forward. All right? Knight of Wands from this lustful person. All right? They were doing way too much in your energy. Spirit guys, what else does collective need to know? This doesn't even go here. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, they were collaborating with somebody for sure. What else, Spirit? All right. They couldn't stop you from being this earth angel. I feel like you don't want anything to do with this family here after everything they've done. Again, you're not unblocking this person. You're using your intuition here. All right. You know what this person was doing in the background when it comes to you, and they couldn't stop this ending. This is over. All right. They can't stop this ending. It is what it is. They're going to have to move along and get up out your energy. Spirit guys, anything else you want collective to know before we close this out? All right, this person wants to Netflix and chill. They just wanted to try to use intimacy to get back in. All right, but again, they can't stop these endings. It's already over. All right, they aren't being genuine. Spirit wants you to know that this person is not genuine. They don't have any bit of transparency in their body. They're not going to be honest. It says this is broken beyond repair. All right. This person was trying to find a vulnerable moment to try to come in, but you're not going for it. This person is going to be triggered. The fact that you're healed. All right. This person is going through it. All right. This person feels like they're entitled to you. They're very toxic. All right. And they didn't want to recognize you as the GOAT here. All right. They know that you peep game. And now you outsmarted this person, period. All right. They can't cock block you anymore. It's a wrap. All right. So they're going to have to move along. Get on up out the way. Because you got other things to do. People to see. People to do. People to do. Shit, I ain't even mean to say that. But look, you might have some new people coming in. And you might have something you need to do with them. Shit. All right. It says backstab victim. They didn't expect to be betrayed. Caught off guard. Cuts deep. Okay. So they got betrayed by a Gemini. They don't want you to know that. It says realizing your fuck. Karma at the door. Shit got real and reckoning. Saturn is here. So karma is here to handle this person for playing with you. All right. They should have left you alone. It says avoid waking. Don't want to get up and deal with anything. So this person is now depressed. Split the deck here. They stuck with a distorted feminine, or they could be in this distorted feminine energy. All right, and they're not happy with how things are going. All right, Spirit guys, what can collective expect moving forward? What can collective expect moving forward? Ending. All right, something will come to an end. Something will come to an end that must take place before you can free yourself to move forward. Let go of what was, celebrate the good, and forgive the bad. It's all part of the journey, all right? And this is the past. Spirit said, let this go. A situation or someone from the past will return either to finish unfinished business or give you closure. You will have to decide if it's worth revisiting or leaving in the past, all right? So it's up to you how you want to carry this, collective. But you definitely have a decision to make here. Let's get you some angel numbers. Spirit guys, can we get 2 for the collective? All right, that's quite a few. What we got? 555, expect restoration in upcoming weeks. All right, 222, let things flow. Release any form of control. 222, again, there's greater sense of intimacy coming into you now. 444, the foundation you are building towards is stable. All right, so Spirit's telling me that you on the right track. Let go of the past. Stay moving forward and look into the newer, better things. Spirit's got something great coming for you. New heights. Let your connection with Spirit ground you as you reach the sky. For the sky. Growth potential. All right, I like it. Spirit's definitely taking you to new heights, collective. So things are going to be beautiful for you moving forward. I look forward to those beautiful things coming for you. All right, what we got? I like to take care of myself with love through rest, play, movement, and positive thinking. All right, everything is unfolding perfectly according to a trustworthy higher plan. I know that's right. Spirit's definitely got you. Let's get you a universe message. Spirit guys, what they need to know. All right, let's take it. It says, this is your validation that things are finally beginning to work out for you. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs, good news, and plot twists. Blessings are coming. All right, collective, this is your reading. I hope this resonated. And until next time, you know, catch me on the next one. Drop a comment and let your girl know how you feel, okay? Let me know what's up. I love y'all. Till next time. Bye.